can do, but I can't undo. I can build, but I can't unbuild. I can strive for today, but I can't unstrive for what I didn't do yesterday. The seeds are planted daily, each with its own harvest. I can't change the harvest that's coming in, but I can build upon it to crush what needs to be crushed and multiply the good of my harvest. There will be wheat and chaff. I must leave to take the wheat of my past and multiply it and leave the chaff alone. It's just chaff. It's just chaff. And just chaff and dead and useless unless I give it power. In itself, chaff or wheat can do nothing on its own. They are both just commodities. They can be multiplied. Leave the chaff to wither and blow away and use the wheat. Build on the wheat that's coming in. Your best part appearing each new day, and your worst ones, but are remnants to be used or not used by you to build you and to pull you down. If you focus on the chaff, it's just chaff. Inert products, that is, themselves have no power except for what you give it. It doesn't matter if it's 80-20 with only 20% being good. This is what you must build on. The 80% will still have value in that it instructs you on what you shouldn't do. The good and the bad. Everything has value. Some much less than others. But all of your harvests have some value. Harvest the gold nuggets that are coming in. Focus on them. Don't let the chaff of the past hurt you anymore, but use it as instruction because we went through them. So get what you can out of them, but focus on the wheat, especially the golden wheat. Every event that comes to mind today can be used for the golden wheat reasons. And let the chaff not hurt you today, but be useful idiots in your life. Don't do this. Don't do this, do that. With God, you can think the unthinkable. That is where no man or AI can compete. They can only build on what has been, not on what they could not even think of or conceive. The impossible can keep man and machine down. But for godly possibilities, the impossible and the possible are all the same. For man and machine, only the possible exists. But for godly men, the value between possible and impossible disappears. That man sees things far above, and so the whole truth is revealed. But those who only live in the earthly domain, in the thick of things, cannot know what's on the other side of impossible, because to him it's all impossible. The godly man can imagine, but not just imagine. He can walk in the impossible, live in the impossible. This is where God wants us to be. That's where he lives. So many opportunities, but then there's the best one for me. It's not the same for everyone. We each have our best use of our natural talents and our developed ways. But then there is the causes we were called to do that are above our talents and experience. It takes us to our high places. We put off action out of fear. Fear of what? Failure? Looking stupid? Fear of loss? But if you don't overcome those fears and act, then all those fears have come to pass anyway. So you had the loss and you had the failure because you didn't do anything. You automatically fail because you were afraid to act. You're afraid to look stupid because you didn't do anything. So you didn't do anything. You lost the opportunity because you didn't act. And what remains because of your not acting, that nothing position of fear of the future, fear of doing, fear of failure, fear of success. So with fear avoidance, by not doing, we give strength to the very thing we didn't want, fear. And we strengthen it through our inactions. You may be humble, which is what we need at times, but let it be a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Look at how the boxer Foreman had to go from being the heavyweight champion of the world, boxing champion of the world, and then having to be a punching bag as a spar partner in a gym, like the lowest of punching jobs, the punching bag, until he figured out how to come back. And he got in the ring again and in business. But as my wife just said, don't worry about an end for me. I need a new beginning. So start something, work at something, do something, go something, do something. Put yourself in a business, any business, where you can meet business people that give you unbelievable opportunities. Drivers, work at private airports, clubs, a limo driver, I should say. Work at private airports and clubs where you might meet those people that are doing incredibly well. Elderly care, the rich. Put an ad on Craigslist to be a friend. Give companionship with those rich people. Maybe you can learn something. Someone maybe who would like to drive around and talk business. Someone who wants to work with a business-minded person. Tell them you're charging $50 an hour, and you'll be there to help them, look after them, and discuss the subject they love. Oh, they hate business? Well, then find someone else. I have a good car. I can drive you. Because of my business, my background business, you can bounce ideas off of me. Because of my experience, my ownership of many businesses. Let's talk. Let's see what we can work out. So approach things from that angle. Run with winners.